season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they... It's all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And the all-pro safety Buda Baker in on the tackle. Well, you know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
First down, Murray. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
The Cardinals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
23 yards the pickup there. On first down, Locke. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, remember, these 2 teams met in Glendale earlier this season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep.
On 2nd down, here's Penny.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Locke gonna throw. Deep ball for Goodwin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And this will be taken at the 13.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Murray now on first down.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. They'll run here with Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Murray. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Come on.
Play fake. Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Locke now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the turnover, here's Locke. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Locke.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And some space here. The solid stiff arm. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Throwing now is Locke. And he's got the speedster Goodwin.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Locke now on 1st down. Being chased out left. Dumps that off to Penny as running back.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's caught by Penny. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Cardinals 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this...
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Locke.
They'll get this out wide to Penny.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Running left is Walker. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And he finds Penny. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 33 yards that time.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Clock now on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, it's Murray. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big... from the word go, and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A give for Walker running right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Left side complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, and it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
To throw it is Lock. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Lock exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Oh, Connor loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
From the gun, Murray.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Murray going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. Murray now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Seahawks, there will be a few sighs of relief, no doubt, in that locker room as they get their first win in 9 tries. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look